So I have very active dreams. I go somewhere. I truly believe I can jump to different dimensions of myself, because I often find myself living in a different world, a different time, with sometimes the same people from my existing life, as in this incarnation, but somewhere else in a different time, a different place. So I'd like to ask, is that myself? I know we are literally one having multiple lives simultaneously.
Yes.
So is that different fractals of myself,
Yes.
or is it dreaming?
It is both, because as you are dreaming, you are allowing your brain, in this case, to have access to other portions of consciousness that in your waking state, in the state in which you identify yourself as yourself, in this particular version, incarnation, and timeline, that you do not have access to. So, as each and every one of you goes into the dream state, there is no such thing as only dreaming. This is always consciousness, your own consciousness experimenting with allowing your vessel to access other points, other bits of information that are or are not relevant, and in all ways are relevant to your current experience. But it does not mean that the dreams have meaning to you. It means more so that you have the option of bringing this information in the ways that it does serve you and not in the ways that it does not serve you into your current incarnation. So whatever experiences you are having in these other dream states that are joyful, that are pleasant, that are pleasurable, that give you information and deeper wisdom, it is an offering for you to bring that into this particular incarnation. Truly a gift from the other states of consciousness that you simultaneously are. If you are accessing things that are causing anxiety or that are premonition based or seem to be premonition based, you are free to let go of these expressions, because you can know that you are not in that parallel timeline where that thing is occurring. And there is no such thing as a premonition. What there is a offering, whether or not one can accept something that they have seen in an alternate consciousness, and then in their focus upon it, calling it into the reality they are currently in. Therefore, when you hear these stories about someone dreaming about someone passing, or someone dreaming about a incident that occurs that is not of their desire, what they are doing is tapping into an alternate reality where that is possible, as all is possible in every single alternate timeline that you can possibly imagine. And if that then does occur in your current timeline, your premonition or dream was either there to inform you and allow you to bring back in preparation for that incident, which was already on the path of the timeline, or in your focus upon that potential outcome because of your lower vibration state, you call that potential outcome more directly to you. So we tell you and all who are dreaming that if your dreams are not pleasant, allow yourself to wash them off you in the morning with your daily bathing, because it is not necessary to hold on to them. They are simply experimentations, simply your invitations to decide in this now moment, in each now moment, who it is you truly want to believe, and what it is, who it is you would truly like to be, and what it is you would truly like to believe.
And is it possible to wake up in the dream state? So you're aware you're in a dream, and then you wake up in that, so you are an observer within that. Is that possible?
Yes, it is possible. You know it as lucid dreaming, where you are aware that you are simultaneously lying perhaps in your bed, or less often lying in your bed, but more so that, oh, this is a dream state and I am free to explore this with all the powers and potentials of me flipping through all the possible realities in this now moment. That is also a gift to you, because it is giving you an example of what your actual waking life is. You are simply awake in this particular dream.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
We thank you.
During your sleep, some guides have often said you go to the astral plane, where you connect with different energies, and where you also get downloads of information, or you discuss how you want to move forward.
Yes.
Is it possible to remember the conversations or download the information that you are download the information that you're receiving during those astral plane visits when you're asleep?
Yes. You are in your astral plane even in this now moment. So that is the key to understanding that while you are physical and while you are awake in your physical, the only reason why you do not have access to everything else that is going on your non-physical plane is because you are so concentrated and focused on this particular existence, which also is another reason why you can give wonderful importance to your life and realize how precious it truly is, because it really is where the energy of all of you has decided to focus for all of the moments that you are in your waking life. Therefore, aligning your conscious and day-to-day experiencing of being you with that energy of that desire that your non-physical self has to experience every detail of this existence is honoring that commitment that your higher self is making to be you. Simultaneously, you are always on the astral plane. That is where your guidance is taking its guidance from. That is where you are making new soul contracts in every moment with every being that you have ever met, and they are simultaneously making soul contracts with you. You are energy at that level. And of course, when you are in your dreaming state, because your focus is temporarily turned off or at least put on a pause, you do have more access to more of what is in that astral plane if your brain is capable to tune into it, because it really is a question of the hardware at that point and that ability to have recollection while not entirely attached to the human body, or not attached or turned on, having the tuner dialed in that way at the same time. So yes, you can bring back the downloads. In fact, you do. In fact, the downloads are always there, whether it is in your sleep state or in your waking state, and you can and may have access to all of them. That is what we are suggesting when we are counseling you or others like you on how to access your higher self, on how to access your psychic abilities and your non-physical senses, or your physical non-physical senses, because you do have in your hardware, in your mechanics, the ability to access in the same way that this particular vessel has the ability to access us. Everything is on the astral plane simultaneously. And your dreams are a good indication. When you do come back and you do remember your dreams, you are picking up what has occurred and is simultaneously occurring on that astral plane, because it is the equivalent of you connecting with those other versions of you, connecting with the other potential timelines, connecting with all that is. And whatever you do manage to bring back and recall when you wake up is, yes, nice, but you do not need to even recall, because those downloads occur whether or not you are able to remember that they have.
And are they then accessible within your field?
Yes, they are. They're accessible at all times in every way.
Okay. And so you said it's about having the hardware, the mechanics, in order to be able to tap into that information. Is that through meditation, or is that some kind of configuration we need to have done in our field?
It is a combination of intention and action, your desire, your will, and whether or not it is correct for you in this particular theme to have that ability or realization occur to you. It is a skill that you are born with. You as a child have no problems flickering in and out of your physical vessel while remaining in your life form. You can and do use your imagination much more vividly and very much more convincingly to you than you do later when you have had that conditioned out of you. So it is not that this is something you need to learn. It is more so that there are other things that you need to forget. And as we said, the information is there regardless of whether or not you can remember it. So the question would be, what need would you have to remember it? And if there is a desire or a need to remember it, then yes, you can, through meditation, through tuning into yourself, through finding your highest vibration, your joy, your bliss, your passions, get closer and closer to having that doorway be wide open. It is not convenient, however, to have that doorway wide open all of the time, which is why you are incarnate and physical with the ability to close it.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
We thank you.